Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Growing tired of knots, tangled up in problems, and not caring enough. Now I'm on a journey to find what's right, always telling the truth.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff,
Doing about time.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Jeff Escow here with Sports World Radio. Coming at you in your face. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a really, really, really good Wednesday. That's what it is. It's freaking Wednesday. I'm playing around with buttons over here, making sure everything is okay. You guys can hear me fine. Everything is hunky-dory on my end over here. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Lots and lots to get to today. So we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. And I can't wait for all of it to happen. Don't forget, we got Sean Mann joining us today. It's just me and Sean today. So we're going to have a lot of fun with all of that as well. This is a 2-hour sports journey, so get ready for it, boys and girls. You're listening to Sports World Radio on SportsWorldRadio.com. You want to come and hang out in our chat room with us? We're over at Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. If you don't have an account, it's free. Come on over there, hang out in our chat room with us, sign up, Sports World Radio, get yourself a free account. Like our Facebook page over there, Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. And also follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Now, if you're over at SportsWorldRadio.com and you have Skype, and even if you're not over there, but you have Skype, there's a little red icon on the left-hand side that says Call Now. That's for Skype users only. Give us a call over there, or head on over there, and call from there if you're a Skype user. Non-Skype users, pick up your handy-dandy cell phone or your landline, and give us a call at 619-663-3715. That's 619-663-3715. Now, with all the particulars out of the way, what do you say? Hey, we bring in our good friend and the co-host of the show for 6+ years now, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, Funky Dore?
Doing good, Jeff. Welcome, everybody, to Sports World Radio on this Wednesday, July 30th, 2014. It is 6:06 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:06 p.m. on the West. For you people in the Central, figure it out for yourself. Weather right now, 97 degrees, hot day today out here in the land of potatoes. How are you, Jeff? And you say the weather is hot down there in San Diego before we came on the air, right?
The land of potatoes? Is that what you just called yourself?
That's what it is here in Idaho, land of
Idaho.
potatoes.
Land of potatoes. Idaho. I love that, dude. I love when you do that to yourself. It's freaking awesome. You know
How's
that.
your day going, Jeff? How you doing?
Well, let me see. I woke up. It was about 1 o'clock. Strolled on into the freaking studio. Turned the air conditioner on because it was freaking like 200 degrees. And let it cool off, and now I got the air conditioner off, and I'm doing okay. But it's hot. It's pretty hot outside. You know, we've been having a bad case of humidity lately. A very bad case of humidity. I'm not understanding it. I don't get it. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully that'll go away. We're supposed to have some high humidity, dude, and that's not normal here for California or San Diego. I'm not digging it at all. Not one stinking bit. So it's actually hotter than it really is, which kind of stinks.
Encyclopedia Man in the house. And by the way, Encyclopedia Man, I have to tell you, you took a really good selfie yesterday of you in that New York Knicks gear. He was wanting to hear it from Jeff yesterday.
Well, he's going to hear it from Jeff today. Great job, you rat bastard. It's about time you paid off the bet. What else am I supposed to say?
Oh, my.
I like the way you looked up. To show Sean looking up is the correct way of doing it.
Criminy!
I like that. I hope Dr. Myth, who's also in our chat room hanging out, got to see the selfie over there on Facebook. Nice job. Nice New York Knicks shirt. I hope you wear that in good health, my friend. I hope you get used to wearing it. Great job, and thank you for paying off the bet. And then I turned around to him and I said, okay, what's next? I said, now that you paid that bet off, what's next? I do believe, hey, Josh, do me a favor. Go and check and see if the Giants play the Bears this year. Okay? They usually do play each other a couple of times a year. Maybe it's this year. Maybe we'll get lucky. And the Giants will play the Bears this year. I haven't looked at the Giants' schedule yet. I was talking to our producer yesterday on Skype, and we were getting some things organized for the NFL season coming up, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do and when we were going to make our total picks and all that. So the three of us need to have a little production meeting. So we'll get that taken care of. Lots to talk about today, my friend Sean. The first thing I want to bang out at you, because you are the Boston Red Sox fan of the group. Mm-hmm. Okay? And you know how much I hate the Boston Red Sox.
I know.
But it's all over the freaking place, and if you didn't start it, I would be upset. So I'm going to start it just to piss you off. What in the wild world of sports is going on over there in Boston?
Well, the big news coming from Boston, of course, is we'll start with Felix Doubront. Felix Doubront, of course, today was traded to the Chicago Cubs and for a player to be named. So that's it, one. Number two, John Lackey may possibly end up going to the Miami Marlins. And number three, third and finally, John Lester may be traded to – there are 6 teams that are looking at him. The Pirates are one. The Dodgers are one. There's Oakland Athletics are one. So there's 6 teams out there looking for him. I'd say, Jeff, what the Red Sox are doing before we go to first commercial break in 5 minutes is they're trying to do everything possible probably to clean house and get rid of a lot of their pitching.
Because they stink. And then
I knew that was coming.
And what are they going to do next year? They're going to clean house, get rid of all their pitching next year, and then start over next year and just buy all new pitching?
You know what?
That's
you won't see me switching teams, even if things are bad. I am a Red Sox fan for life. I was with them a few years ago when the year was bad in 2012.
I'm not saying that you're not. I'm not saying that you're going to switch teams. I don't think you would ever switch baseball teams. I don't think you have that in you. But if they sell off all their pitching now, what are they going to do next year? Buy new pitching?
Remember, there are a lot of big names out there the Red Sox could do for starting pitchers. There is David Price is one. Max Scherzer is one. Of course, Lester is could be short-term. Remember, John Lester has even said, even if a trade is possible and he gets traded tonight maybe or tomorrow because he is scratched from tonight's lineup, he knows very well he could connect with the Red Sox again and sign a new deal with them and then go back to Boston. That is still a possible option.
Oh, that's still a possible option. Come on. If they scratched him, you know damn well he ain't freaking pitching or staying with that team. Come on. That's just the Boston Red Sox fan inside of you wishing right there. You know that.
Hey, I only know what I hear from the sports news, pal, and that's what I found out 12 minutes after the hour. Josh, your selfie is still better than one chick.
Hey, I like that.
Typical from a guy who sleeps in bathrooms.
Not only did Josh take the selfie and put it on his profile on Facebook, he also put it on his profile here on Spreaker.
Yeah, he was creative with that because it shows that.
He did a good job. Got his Knicks shirt because he lost a bet, took his selfie, and he's got it on freaking Facebook and here. I like it. Good job, buddy. It's about time somebody's freaking paying off bets around here. I'm waiting for the next set of bets to go. I'm waiting for the next set of bets to go. You know what I mean? It's going to happen, my friend. It's going to happen. We'll be betting something.
But
Sean,
I say with the Red Sox, though, that's what they're going to have to do. They'll have to evaluate what their options are, what they're going to decide to do.
I like that, Dr. Myth. Dr. Myth says, Sean, you're just saying that because you don't have the balls to be creative to insult my ass.
What a sicko. What a sicko. Good grief. So terrible.
That's great. Way to go, Dr. Myth. I love that. I love that. That's just beautiful right there. Hey, really quick before we run to break. Did you hear about that the Walmart employee
No.
who's going to be who got invited to Buffalo Bills camp? Former Florida State defensive back Joanne Harley turns in Walmart badge for a shot with the Buffalo Bill. He got the camp today or yesterday. It's 71 cents in his account. He was making $7.73 per hour at Walmart. How about that? Good luck, my friend.
Good luck indeed.
Good luck, Mr. Harley. I hope you make the team. He ran a 4.3 in the 40-yard dash and bench pressed 400 pounds. So 5 years ago, he was a prized recruit, four-star safety from Tallahassee. And didn't make it, so we'll see what happens. He's getting another shot. He was making $7.73 at Walmart. It's a pretty cool read. I'm looking for the spot here where there was in the part of the article, instead of taking his lunch breaks, instead of taking lunch at his lunch breaks, he would change into his workout clothes and go run the hill behind the Walmart to stay
Good
in
luck
shape.
with that.
To stay in shape. Or he would run the big, huge parking lot in between the push cart stuff. How about that? I think that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool indeed.
You know?
We got to run to our first commercial break. And when we come back, we got a lot more sports to talk about.
That's right. So good luck, Mr. Harley. I hope you make the Buffalo Bills, even though you're a young fella, been out of the league for a while. Good luck. I hope you make the Buffalo Bills. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you The best sports talk on the internet. It's a 2-hour sports journey. That's right. We do this show each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West. And if you live in Essential,
Figure that out for yourself.
yeah, you jackasses. What? Who said that? The hell's going on over here?
Leave me out of it.
Leave me out. Look at John. Leave me out. Don't get me started. Leave me out of it. Okay. I have a trivia question for you.
All right, what's this trivia question you got, Jeff?
Okay. You ready for your rat bastard trivia, people? And no looking this one up. No cheating. I'm talking to you there, Mr. Josh Lopez, the producer.
And you too, Dr. Myth.
And you too, Dr. Myth. And you too, all you other people who are hiding in the chat room who don't want to talk. Because I know that there's people hanging out in the chat room that just don't talk. And I don't get. They're afraid of us. That's what it is. I don't understand it. We're nice guys. Listen, we beat up on everybody. We're equal opportunity beat uppers over here on this show. Right, Sean?
Yeah, we bust each other's chops.
That's right. That's right. We're equal opportunity bust choppers. You like that one? We like to bust chops, so we bust everybody's chops. We're equal opportunity that way. Okay, here's the trivia question. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There are 6 quarterbacks who have ever completed 70% of their passes for a season. Who had 70% of their passes, they're 70% or better in completions for the season. 6 of them. It was done 7 times, but one quarterback did it twice. Now, there's only 2 of them that are actually active. I want you to name the 2 that are active. I will give you the other 4. How about that, Sean?
Wow.
Look at Dr. Myth. Sean, go F yourself with your sick sexual fantasy of me sleeping in a bathroom, you sick freak, you.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, that's great.
Terrible. That's awful. Wow.
That's great, Dr. Myth. I love Dr. Myth. He's awesome. Okay.
He's a
so
sick bastard.
There's 2 active quarterbacks who ever completed 70% of their passes. Who are they?
Joe Montana and Johnny Unitas. I'll take a guess.
They're not active, you rat bastard.
I'm taking a guess. I was taking a guess.
Okay, I said 2. Listen to the question, and maybe you'll guess better.
I'm sorry, I was laughing with Myth.
I know you are. There are 2 active quarterbacks who have completed 70% of their passes for an NFL year. Who are they?
All right, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
No, you're wrong, and they're not even on the list.
Well, Encyclopedia Man says Manning and Rodgers.
Well, he's wrong, too.
Oh, my gosh.
How about them apples? I'll tell you what. I'll give you the 4 names that completed 70%. I won't give you the 2 active names. How about that? Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay. Ken Anderson did it. Remember Ken Anderson? No, I was too young. I don't remember him. He played for Cincinnati. Okay? Ken Anderson did it. Sammy Baugh. You don't even know who Sammy Baugh is, do you?
I was too young. I can't remember who Sammy
I was born in the 80s. Who's Sammy Baugh? Okay. Steve Young did it. You know who Steve Young is, right?
Oh, yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I know who Steve Young is.
I've heard of him. Yeah. And Joe Montana. Those are the 4 other quarterbacks that have done it. There's still 2 active quarterbacks. Hey, Sean, don't you spend your whole day in bathrooms cleaning toilets?
Yeah, I do. What's it doing? I sweep and mop them, you sick
You
little
guys
bastard.
are just busting his chops about the toilets. Jeff, you should remember Sean is too young to remember what he did 3.5 minutes ago. That's great, dude. I love that.
That's freaking killing me here.
That's great. That's just beautiful.
God.
How about that? That's just freaking beautiful right there. They're just really all over you today, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're all over me, no question about it. Those two are really good about that.
Okay, so who are the two active quarterbacks who have completed 70% of the passes for a season? Who are they? Come on, I'm not letting you get away with that.
Nick Foles and Michael Vick.
No. Jesus Christ. What the hell's the matter with you?
Well, I have no idea who they are. I'm not
Nick
looking it up on my
Foles.
computer.
Nick Foles and Michael Vick. That's just disgusting. That's just Nick Foles and Michael
Well,
Vick.
then I could say Tony Romo could be one on the list,
Oh.
right?
Don't get me started. Okay, you know what? Since you people stink,
At least I was taking an effort to guess.
you were taking an effort to get. You should be able to get one of them. The other one you should never get. Drew Brees did it in 2009 and 2011.
Okay. Oh, that's right. 70%.
Okay. Drew Brees did it in 2009 and 2011. And you know who the other one is? You'll never get him. The other active quarterback?
Eli Manning?
No. Alex Smith.
Oh, for cripe's sake. It had to be Alex Smith.
Alex
Yes.
Smith in 2012. How about that? Smoked you in trivia, didn't I? See, every once in a while I throw a good one at you, don't I?
Myth, you're freaking killing me. Jeff, if you and Sean ever meet up in prison,
In person. Not in prison. In person.
I know, in person, slap them over.
I like how Sean said ever meet up in prison. I'm not meeting you in prison. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm not going to prison,
Me neither.
Jeff.
It says meet up in person, not prison, you rat bastard.
I was laughing too hard with Myth. What the? Oh, yeah, so now you're going to... Okay, so it's like 3 against 1. Okay, all right.
All right, okay, all right, okay. You like
the
that?
next story we get to says after that tough little trivia question, this is just for Jeff.
You got smoked.
Hey, Jerry Jones came out and said no concern about Romo's back. Dallas Cowboys owner, general manager Jerry Jones said he has no concern about Tony Romo's surgically repaired back, despite the franchise quarterback twice sitting out practices for precautionary reasons during the first week of training camp.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you believe that. So he has to believe that, because if he doesn't believe that, nobody else is going to believe that.
Jerry Jones comes out and says, well, quote, he's 100%. He's just real smart and sensitive about having come off the back surgery. He's certainly not losing any ground from the standpoint of opening up against San Francisco.
Jerry Jones is a moron. And I'm gonna, and you know what? And there's only, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna explain it, okay? Because the Cowboys just signed left tackle Tyrone Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the contract?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the contract?
Yes, I saw the contract. I saw what he was getting at.
Tyrone Smith, okay, signed an 8-year contract extension that will take him through the 2023 season and will be worth $97.6 million, bringing the total value of the next 10 years, including the 2 remaining on his rookie deal, to almost $110 million. What are you, crazy, Jerry Jones? What are you, freaking nuts?
Jerry Jones is probably saying, well, Mr. Eskow and Sean, man, let me tell you something. I have the real team that's going to come out there and overtake everybody in the NFC.
You know what that banging is right there?
What is the banging?
You hear that?
Yes.
That's me banging my head on my table. Unbelievable.
Well, you do know that Dallas does play San Diego in a few weeks, and I know Jeff would be wanting to meet Jerry Jones of the Cowboys.
Unstinking believable. You gotta be kidding me.
Jones said Romo has not missed any more practices time than the team anticipated when the Cowboys opened camp. Head coach Jason Garrett said earlier Tuesday that Romo's rest is based in large part on, quote, honest feedback from the quarterback. And here's what we also say. Jerry Jones goes, We feel real good, said Jones, who visited with Romo before the afternoon's practice, that the quarterback observed. Quote, we are really pleased with the way he's practicing and the work he's getting done and what he's doing
What else is
both
he gonna
on and
say?
off the field, but nothing in any way would concern you certainly about his back.
What else is he going to say? What else is he going to say?
He's going to keep saying that that I'm Jerry Jones and I believe I got the whole team together to win it all this year. He's going to stick with his guts and what he believes in.
I can't believe it. Plus that contract that Smith signed includes a $40 million guarantee with a $10 million signing bonus. So as soon as he signs his contract, he gets $50 million. Oh, my freaking Lord. Really? Holy freaking Batman. Unstinking believable. And you know what's going to happen, Jerry Jones? And I hate to say this about you, Tyrone Smith. I'm sorry to say this, but he's going to end up getting hurt severely bad, and he's going to be out for the season. And that's going to be money going right down the toilet.
We've reached the bottom of the hour, 30 minutes after. Have to run to commercial break. More sports stories to come.
Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West, and if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
Damn freaking skippy on that one, baby. All right, so before we went to break, I was bitching and moaning about Jerry Jones again, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were, and of course, I was talking with him about it during commercial break. Suppose Jerry Jones looked for Jeff Escow and says, well, if you do Sports World Radio, let me come on and do your show with you and come into your studio, but Jeff won't allow that.
No, I'm not allowing him in my studio. I'm going to make him stand outside.
But then he'll knock on the door and he'll say, let me in.
Well, if he knocks on my door, then he knows where I live, and that's not good. So that ain't going to happen.
Then he could negotiate a deal with you. He could say,
I don't
hey,
want to
Mr. Esco, how about you and Sean move to Dallas and you guys can do a radio sports show down there in Dallas?
I don't want to negotiate crap with that gentleman. I don't want to work for him. I don't want nothing with him. I'm not fond of him.
Especially with what he did to Tom Landry.
No, I'm not fond of that guy at all. Not one iota. Not one iota. What do you got for me next, pal?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay, the next one that we got for another story that we talked about here, of course, the Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose. Here's another one from the Encyclopedia, man. Draws more praise. Chicago Bulls point guard Derrick Rose continued to open eyes Tuesday in Team's USA training camp as he makes his way back from the torn
Yeah, the guy's
that he
pretty
had
much
in
had
his
2
right
years.
knee.
The guy's pretty much had 2 years off. He should be damn good by now.
The Bulls are going to be the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. They've just improved their team, and this could be the biggest thing for them since the Michael Jordan era.
He better be good this year. He's got Pau Gasol on the team. They're counting on him.
Myth, you
I
just
know. I
asked
read that.
what
I know. I just read that. I know. I know. I know.
kills me, man. Oh, man.
I know.
But
Oh,
anyway,
good.
yeah, I say the Bulls, though, they're going to be ready to go this season. You know the Bulls and the Cavs are going to be the two teams that everybody's going to be watching because it isn't Miami anymore. That Eastern Conference, Jeff, like you pointed out from the last few weeks, wide open.
Yeah, way wide open. Way wide open. Hey, I saw that Stephen A. Smith got suspended
Oh, this is a big story.
for his remarks of what he said about Ray Rice.
Yes, he got suspended from ESPN for comments that he talked about with, it was something like a domestic.
Right. You know what I think is disgusting? You want to know what I think is disgusting? ESPN suspended Stephen A. Smith longer than the NFL suspended Ray Rice.
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's disgusting.
ESPN has suspended Stephen A. Smith from its TV and radio, what we call airwaves, for a week following his controversial comments about Baltimore running back Ray Rice's wife, according to Sports Illustrated. The NFL's two-game suspension of Rice was already a hotly debated topic, and Smith threw gasoline on the fire, suggesting on First Take that Rice then fiancée Janae Palmer could have done something to prevent last year's alleged domestic violence incident in an Atlantic City elevator. So this one totally got blown out in proportion. And yeah, you're right. I was stunned. He gets a week, and Ray Rice only gets 2 games. What's up with that?
What exactly? How does that work out?
Nice job, Roger Goodell. If ESPN can give Stephen A. Smith a week for a suspension since he can't come there, then why are you giving Ray Rice 2 games? I saw that and I said Jeff is going to blow his top when he sees that story when it comes up, and I know he has.
Okay, I'm going to read a quote from what Stephen A. Smith said on his show and pretty much why he got suspended for a week. This is what Stephen A. Smith said. What I've tried to employ the female members of my family, some of who you all met and talked to and what you have, is that let's make sure we don't do anything to provoke wrong actions, because if I come or somebody else come, whether it's law enforcement officials, your brother, or the fellas that you know, if we come after somebody has put their hands on you, it doesn't negate the fact that they already put their hands on you. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Okay? So basically, ESPN suspended Stephen A. Smith for his comments, his opinion. his thoughts for a week where Ray Rice allegedly hit his woman and got a 2-game suspension. Does that make any sense?
What it tells me is that ESPN has to be a rat bastard candidate this week, Encyclopedia, man. You have to put them because that's not fair. Smith comes out, and I know that sometimes we say things, we do things that gets totally blown out of proportion, and that's a bad thing on his part, and maybe he should have thought before he speaks. But Stephen A. Smith wants to be a debater. He wants to debate anybody who can take him on, even Skip Bayless. But I can say that this is the most stupidest thing ever, that he gets a week for a suspension, and Ray Rice is saying, wow, I get suspended 2 games. I can come back and start my first game of the 2014 season in week 3 of this year. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I also blame ESPN for it too.
So make ESPN a rat bastard candidate this week.
I also blame ESPN for Stephen A. Smith's comments as well, because they allowed them to talk about the subject, and you knew it was going to get heated. When stuff gets heated, people say things. Correct?
Correct.
So maybe you tell them, don't talk about it. Or just brush over it because, and say that the management doesn't want us to get into it because we might say some things we later have to take back. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Here, I want to read something from this article. The NFL's two-game suspension of Rice was already a hotly debated topic, and Smith threw gasoline on the fire, suggesting on First Take that Rice's then-fiancée, Janae Palmer, could have done something to prevent last year's alleged domestic violence incident in an Atlantic City elevator. And then Michelle Beadle got a little pissed off and said, so, I was just forced to watch this morning First Take. A, I'll never feel clean again, and B, I'm now aware that I can provoke my own beating. She also said, I'm thinking about wearing a miniskirt this weekend. I'd hate to think what I'd be asking for somebody to do. And then she says, violence isn't the victim's issue, it's the abusers. I can't say that word right now. To insinuate otherwise is irresponsible and disgusting. Walk away. If you want him to give his opinion and his thoughts, and that's what you're hiring him to do, and then he does it, and you suspend him for it, that's pretty disgusting as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you something right now. There'd be no way, if I worked for ESPN, I'd get suspended every other week. There'd be no way in hell that ESPN can handle me. Because I tell it like it is, and ESPN doesn't allow their people to tell it like it is without their people getting in trouble or getting suspended. And it's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. A man who gave his opinion and his thoughts and his idea gets suspended for a week. But a man who abused a woman gets suspended for 2 games? There's something definitely wrong here.
Definitely wrong and out of the question as to why the NFL does this and why Rice gets 2 games and Smith gets a week. I would be up in arms saying, okay, if you're not liking my comment, then
fire my ass.
Yeah.
Or fine me. Or, okay, you want to suspend me? Suspend me, take me off the air for the 2 same days that he can't play. And fine me, just like he's got. I don't care. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I wish I had the ability to get to Stephen A. Smith and have him on the show right now. I'd give him a whole hour just to let him spew his garbage.
And be opinionated.
Yeah, I'd say, hey, Stephen A. Smith, you want to come on my show and say whatever you want. You will not get in trouble from me or anybody. Say whatever. You got carte blanche. Say whatever you want. I just ask that you not curse. Use no profanity. That's all. Say whatever you want. Nobody's going to stop you, and you're not going to get in trouble here, buddy. Stephen A. Smith, you have an open door to come on this show whenever you want and say whatever you want. You will not be touched or bothered here on my airways whatsoever. That's ridiculous. When I saw that, I was disgusted. Disgusted. A man gives his opinion. So the owners of ESPN don't agree with it. So what?
Say you're going to be suspended for a week. Get off the air until you learn your lesson.
You say the owners don't. You say the opinions of Stephen A. Smith are not the same ones of you. You put a freaking disclaimer on there.
You're right, Dr. Myth. ESPN is stupid for what they've done.
Unbelievable. Now, is Stephen A. Smith going to be Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, knowing if he says something wrong again or something or anything, he might get suspended again? How can you work under those conditions?
Then they're going to say that you have to keep it professional. You have to keep it right and accurate. Well, isn't it about sports that we're supposed to debate each other and be opinionated and express what we believe is important?
You hired Stephen A. Smith for his opinion and thought, and then you turn around and suspend him just for that. Unbelievable. Hey, we're going to run to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by shirtshopper.net. That's right. The NFL season's coming, boys and girls. Head on over to shirtshopper.net and get your NFL shirt today. All you got to do is put your cursor over to where it says sports shirts. The drop-down box will come on. You'll see the NFL. Click on the NFL. Click your favorite NFL team and get your NFL shirt today at shirtshopper.net. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
Welcome, everybody, to Sports World Radio. We are 45 minutes past the hour. We start in Major League Baseball. American League this afternoon in interleague play. The Milwaukee Brewers over the Tampa Bay Rays in St. Petersburg, Florida by a score of 5-0. The Astros all over one of the best, actually the best team in baseball, the Oakland Athletics, by a score of 8-1 down in Minute Maid Park in Houston. Here are the games that we have for tonight. ESPN Wednesday Night Baseball. It'll be the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim at the Baltimore Orioles at Oriole Park in Baltimore. The Seattle Mariners taking on the Cleveland Indians in Cleveland, Ohio. In Detroit, Michigan tonight, it'll be the Detroit Tigers hosting the Chicago White Sox. In Boston tonight, the Red Sox will host the Toronto Blue Jays at Fenway Park. And in the ballpark in Arlington, Texas, it'll be the New York Yankees taking on the Texas Rangers. The Minnesota Twins playing the Kansas City Royals tonight. In the National League, here are three games that went final today. Up in the Queens, up in New York, it was the Mets over the Philadelphia Phillies by a score of 11-2. In Cincinnati, Ohio, the Arizona Diamondbacks over the Cincinnati Reds by a score of 5-4. In Miami, Florida, the Washington Nationals over the Miami Marlins 4-3. A game that is in progress right now. The Pittsburgh Pirates are taking on the San Francisco Giants in San Francisco. 6-5, the Giants lead the Pirates. Rockies at the Cubs in Chicago, Illinois. Will we have one of the longest games in baseball history again, or in Cubs history? Possibly. We'll see. The Braves at the Dodgers down in Los Angeles, and the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the San Diego Padres. Other news to report in ESPN has decided to suspend Stephen A. Smith for his comments about the domestic violence dispute with Ray Rice, who will get a 2-game suspension. Other news to report in the NFL, Dallas Cowboys owner, president, and general manager Jerry Jones has come out and said that that Tony Romo's back should be fine for their first game at home against San Francisco when the season starts September 7th. After this commercial break, we will have more sports talk. And remember, this update was brought to you by shirtshopper.net.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Kids, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann on SportsWorldRadio.com. We do this show each and every Monday through Friday. Listen, you guys got to know that by now, right? 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. in the West. If you live in the Central,
Figure it out for yourself.
figure it out for yourself. Yep. Yeah, bud. Yeah, bud. I was making fun of Sean while we were waiting on hold. After he finished his update, we were talking a little bit. I said, hey, are you there? He goes, yeah, bud. What? Yeah, he's there. Yeah, bud. Watch. Sean,
right.
Sean, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bud. Trying to change the voice way there a little bit.
Yeah, I'm here, bud. I love that, dude. That cracks me up.
See you, Dr. Myth. Have a good one, bud.
That just makes me laugh. Hey, see ya, bud. He's got to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. That's in 6 hours for him.
Jeez.
See ya, bud. He's going to go dream about sports now because that's the last thing he heard before he went to bed.
No, he's going to go to his bathroom and go to sleep in
there. You and him, man. You and him. You guys got a thing for the bathroom, man. I don't know what's going on between you.
Hey, look, ever since that incident and when that thing happened last year, I have had to deal with that, and I have had to listen to bathroom this or bathroom that.
I don't know what's going on between you two, but there's something going on.
All right, the next story that we get to, 52 minutes past the hour, Bob McNair says this. He's in favor of strong franchises. As chairman of the Finance Committee, Texans owner Bob McNair's opinion will impact any team's moves. With the Oakland Raiders reportedly considering a move to San Antonio, Texas, he said Tuesday he is withholding judgment until he knows all the facts. How about that? The San Antonio Raiders.
That's disgusting. You know
the
that,
Raiders
right?
Really considering that's the oh my gosh! If the Raiders seriously move to San Antonio,
that's not good.
I hate the sound of saying on my updates the San Antonio Raiders at
the San Antonio Raiders.
Jeff just doesn't even like that idea.
I don't like that at all.
According to a report in the San Antonio Express News, Raiders owner Mark Davis and, quote, two top lieutenants met with several city officials earlier this month about the potential of moving his team from Oakland to San Antonio.
Yeah, how much money are they going to get to move? Crap load of money to move out of California.
The Encyclopedia Man sent me this. The story does not say. Encyclopedia Man, if he wants to look that up, that'd be great. I don't know how much money
San
it would
Antonio Raiders. So you have the Houston Texans, the Dallas Cowboys, and the San Antonio Raiders?
Right.
That's disgusting.
I've always known them as the Oakland Raiders growing up, or even the Los Angeles Raiders.
If NFL allows that to happen, they're a bunch of schmucks. They're trying to get a team into L.A., not freaking Texas.
Yeah.
That's because Oakland don't want to share the stadium with San Francisco.
Pretty much. And I just disagree with that. I say, no, stay in Oakland. This is getting to be a problem now. It's getting to be a problem right now and in the foreseeable future because now there's conflict with the Raiders deciding where they want to play. Right. And remember, I did a story last week or a few weeks ago on the show talking about how Marcus Allen was talking about how that the Raiders could very well belong in Los Angeles. So now there's two possible destinations, Jeff. You could have one team called the Los Angeles Raiders, or you could have one team called the San Antonio Raiders. I would take L.A. Raiders over San Antonio very easily.
Yeah, well, so would everybody else. So would everybody else, right?
Al Davis would be rolling over in his grave if he sees anything happen with the Raiders moving out of. Well, Raider fans will be shaking their heads saying, "How could you do this to us again? Moving from Oakland to you go from Oakland to L.A., L.A. back to Oakland, and now Oakland to San Antonio. That's ridiculous."
That's what's going on, man. How crazy is that? That's what's going on. It's what's going on. How nuts is that?
Yeah, it's nuts and it's bewildering. I just don't appreciate the idea a lot.
I'm not too fond of it myself. I mean, I heard about it today. I don't like the idea of it. Not one bit. Not one stinking bit. I don't. Why does Texas need to have three freaking teams?
Because then it's like what would end up happening with changing the whole format of the teams and the divisions. Would it be like if the Raiders go to San Antonio, do you move them to the NFC or do you keep them in the AFC? And then do you add a new team in LA? It's a mess with trying to figure out what the Raiders are trying to do. I know LA, I can't believe it, with LA deciding they want a football team back there because they haven't had one since the LA Raiders. And of course that was 94 back when they had Art Shell as head coach. They moved to Oakland 1995. This is not right at all.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And LA is trying to get a football team and you got the Raiders looking for a place. And you can't get the Raiders to L.A. What, are you kidding me? Come on, man. That's a joke and a half right there. That's just a simple joke and a half right there.
Cowboys owner Jerry Jones also did not seem concerned by the Raiders' reported interest in San Antonio when he commented on the topic Tuesday afternoon. He goes, quote, "I don't make a lot of this at all," Jones said Tuesday afternoon. "Again, my interest in San Antonio is because of how important it is to the Cowboys and our history of having training camp there and the fact that we have such a tremendous fan base in San Antonio."
Yeah. No, he's got a tremendous fan base in San Antonio. What is he, crazy?
The Raiders need a new stadium. The current lease of the Oakland Coliseum expires at the conclusion of this upcoming season and had previously, in a roundabout way, been linked to San Antonio, Los Angeles, and here's wait a minute, number 3 for a destination, Portland, Oregon.
The Portland Raiders.
As well as nearby Concord and
Coeur d'Alene,
Dublin,
Idaho.
And Dublin and the East Bay.
And Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
No, Coeur d'Alene won't have a football team in here.
Call them the Coeur d'Alene Raiders. The Idaho Raiders. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll call them the Potato Raiders.
So there's 5 destinations, Jeff, and I'd say the number 1 destination for the Raiders if they can't stay in Oakland is go to LA.
Either that or St. Louis is going to LA.
Oh, yeah, and had the days of the Los Angeles
Look
Rams.
at Josh. Look at Josh. How about the Utah Raiders?
Yeah, Utah, yeah, they could look. Salt Lake City could look for a new football team there.
You want to know? Here you go. I got it. How about the London Raiders?
Well, I like your thinking there too, Jeff, because you got to remember, Roger Goodell is trying to expand the NFL. I remember there had been a lot of talks, but now the rumors have kind of fell through because the continent of Europe wants to have the
London Raiders. You don't think London would go crazy over that? England would go nuts over that? Yeah, the London Raiders.
London Raiders.
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
Do it. Do it. The London Raiders. That'd be freaking awesome, baby.
It will be the London Jaguars. That's what the encyclopedia
No, it's going to be
said.
the LA Jaguars. It'll be the LA Jags or the St. Louis Jags. Jags ain't going to London. That's disgusting. Any team goes to London, that's terrible. Come on, man. How can you do
Disagree
that?
with all this.
I'm not a fan of the football going to London. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not a fan of it.
This is a bad decision by Roger Goodell to try to expand the NFL just because the fact that the NFL, since like 09 or 08, that they decided to play games at Wembley Stadium, I have disagreed with that since they've made that choice to play NFL games there in only one game in October.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the going to London to play football. I'm not a fan of them getting a team in London. I'm not a fan of any of that. It's ridiculous.
Sure is.
Doesn't make any freaking sense. On that note, we're done with the first hour of the show. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
And we'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hour of sports talk on the internet each and every Monday through Friday. All right, Sean, what were we talking about before we went to break?
We were talking about the Oakland Raiders possibly moving to maybe San Antonio or East Bay, or of course Portland is another idea. And then the Encyclopedia Man said, just like I'm not a fan of multiple teams in one state.
And what did I say?
And you said something like, he goes, yeah, don't screw with me, man.
Don't screw with me, man. Yeah, I was sneezing while you were saying that. Don't screw with me, man. Just like the freaking Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox, right? Yeah, just sit there and be quiet. That's what I said, so just sit there and be quiet. Take it, bitch.
Well, think about all the teams and and then you got the White Sox and you got the Cubs.
That's right. There's your two baseball teams, so don't tell me. And if you really want to get me going, Chicago has more than one professional team in their city, so shut the hell up. You really want to get me started on multiple teams, shut the hell up. Chicago's got more than one professional team on there. They got two baseball teams, a football team, and a basketball team, and a hockey team. Hello?
Yeah,
There's
that's
multiple,
a lot of teams you got.
Let me ask you a question. Isn't that multiple teams in one city? And correct me if I'm wrong. They're all called Chicago. That's
well,
multiple
that's what he
teams.
says. Have your representative be due with its dumb and your expletive comment isn't necessary.
Well, you said it first. You said you're not a fan of multiple teams in one state. Okay, Illinois is a state, right? How many teams are in the state of Illinois? Oh, see, now he was talking about the NFL. And now he's changing his tune.
And I was talking about the he's ripped the Jeff. Whoa, Jeff.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're not a fan of New York because they got the Jets and the Giants. You're not a fan of California because they have the Chargers, the 49ers, and the Raiders. Right? You're not a fan of Texas because they got Houston and Dallas. Am I correct so far? Is that what you're saying to me? Is that what you're talking about? Producer boy?
Have one team for each league. That's what he says.
Okay, they do. The Jets are in the AFC. The Giants are in the NFC. Chargers are in the AFC. 49ers are in the NFC. Raiders just happen to be in the AFC with the Chargers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Houston Texans are in the AFC, and the Dallas Cowboys are in the NFC. Ooh, I think I'm right on that one, ain't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the deal now?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Encyclopedia Man's reply on that.
I just showed it to him. I just
Yeah,
said it to him.
Yeah, and your example was very good. I'm trying to message Ron and see if we can get Ron Gallo, our hockey man.
That's because I'm the host and I know what I'm talking about. Unlike other people who don't think I know football, like Wes, who hasn't shown up since his Pittsburgh Pirates have been playing pretty good. What's up with that? I don't get that
know.
neither.
Wes is probably he probably is going to be changing his profile and cover photo on Facebook and says, "Hey, check out my Pirates. We're going all the way to the World Series. We're 57-49. Check that out."
You notice what happened when he abandoned his Pirates? They played pretty well. Now that he's going to go back to them, they're going to play like crap again. Just stay away.
What happens if they win it this year and they have We Are Family? We'll never hear the end of it.
They ain't going to win nothing. Yeah, We Are Family. You're going to be sitting around the TV watching the World Series together. Okay? Don't forget about that, We Are Family, because that's what you're going to be doing. Sitting around watching the TV together. It's just dumb. I never liked having The Cubs and White Sox, whether they're in the different conferences, it's irrelevant. I don't care. I want, this is, what? Chicanos? Chicago team, and that's just one representative.
Oh.
So basically he wants like the Chicago White Sox or the Chicago Bears because he only has one team. But if there was two teams in that state, he wouldn't be saying that. And is New York bigger than Illinois?
I would probably say yeah.
Okay, so New York needs two football teams, and New York has 3 football teams. Buffalo 2. Okay,
That's
Buffalo's
right. 3
in the
NFL
state.
teams. You got the Giants, Jets, and Bills.
That's right, because actually, you only have one team in the state of New York, the Buffalo Bills. The other 2 teams are in Jersey. If you really want to get technical. The other 2 teams play in Jersey. They're not really New York teams. They play in Jersey, but they're called New York. It's only really one New York team, and that's Buffalo because they play in New York. Do you feel that same way about baseball, dude? Do you feel the same way about why is it you feel that way about football and not baseball? The hell's the matter with you? Come on, Baltimore. Let's beat up on the Angels. I got the Angels in Baltimore.
Yeah, Wednesday night baseball on ESPN, and of course, we go to a little bit of baseball right now. If you look at the standings right now, this is kind of my story. The Orioles have pulled ahead. They're 27-23 at home right now, 59-46 overall. And Jeff, we're very close to having your wish come true, where it could possibly be Baltimore and Toronto making the playoffs. And yes, you'll be very happy because then you won't have to listen to me and my Red Sox making the playoffs, and the Yankees will be out of the playoffs.
Well, I kind of like when Boston's out of it because then you become the talk show host and not the fan. When Boston's in it, you're the fan.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got to stick with the teams.
When Boston's in it, you're the homer. You're the fan. You're the homer. When Boston's not in it, you're the talk show host and you give good stuff. But when Boston's in it, you don't give crap because you're the homer. And I understand that. That's why I'm glad they're out of it. 12 games. I mean, they're not mathematically out of it yet. Let me ask you a question. You still got your Boston stuff out?
My Red Sox gear, yeah, I got it still out, but I might be putting it away very shortly.
How many games are you going to wait till they're behind before you put it away?
Probably by Monday of next week I'll be putting it away.
Really? You're giving up that soon?
Look how bad we are. We're out of this thing.
It's
the
12
Red Sox
games.
are cleaning up what?
It's 12 games. You're not mathematically out of it yet.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
What kind of hitting does the team have? Nothing. What do they rely on? Rookies. They only got like 5 or 6 of them. That's not going to help them win games. And I'll be focusing on the Patriots.
Come on, you're only 9.5 games out of the wild card.
They need a miracle. They would do everything to go their way just to get to the playoffs.
You're only 9.5 out of the wild card, 12.5 out of the division.
Well, we'll see.
I'd wait until they get to 15 games out, and then I'd go. Put my stuff away, because then you know.
Well, they lose tonight. They'll be 12 games under 500.
Well, they're 12 games out right now.
Yeah.
Okay, they go to 15 games out, because correct me if I'm wrong, what are they, 48 and 59, right?
48 and 58.
No, they're 48 and 59.
Yeah, 48 and 59, just teasing.
48, 58. I'm looking at the freaking record. You can't play with me, dude.
I'm not playing with you.
You cannot fool me, mister.
Well, if you look at that AL East,
After
I
tonight's
still
game,
don't think.
After tonight's game, they'll be 48 and 60 and 13 games back.
If you look at that AL East, though, yeah, Baltimore and Toronto look like the 2 teams that are surprising everybody. The Yankees, they're still a team that almost blew last night's game. The Yankees, could very well fade very, very shortly and be out of this.
Yeah, no, Baltimore's winning that division. The Baltimores are winning that division right there.
And how awesome would it be that Buck Showalter probably comes out and says, I finally got my wish since I don't like both the Red Sox and the Yankees, so I'm glad to kick them out of there.
Yeah, so right now it's Baltimore, Detroit, and Oakland. Right there, leading their respectable divisions. And you have Los Angeles and Toronto as the wild cards right now. With Seattle 2 games back and Yankees 2 games back in the wild card. That's pretty crazy, huh?
And Jeff, I know perfectly well that you will be very excited to see both Boston and New York not make the playoffs.
Correct. And I'm hoping Baltimore wins this division because I think I picked them at the beginning of the year.
Actually, I looked at it again for the picks at the beginning of the year. Jeff, you had actually the Tampa Bay Rays to win the American League East.
Oh, that stinks. The one year I didn't pick Baltimore.
But Tampa Bay
stinks.
Is not out of it yet.
Yeah,
they could still come back, and they could still win that division. Don't ever rule out what Joe Madden does. He keeps that team in this thing. Keeps them loose, and they keep them competitive.
Freaking Pirates just won't go away, will they?
National League Central, before we go to another commercial break, if you look at it, the Brewers, they are 60-49. The Pirates are 57-49. St. Louis 56-49. The Reds are 53-50. Right now, it's a 4-team race.
Yeah, you know what? We'll talk more about the National League Central when we get back from this commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Western. If you're living essential,
you got to figure that out for yourself. It's that simple.
You think it's simple?
Well, they need to. They need to figure it out.
You think it's simple?
News to report, Ron Gallo, our good hockey man, will not be coming in today. He had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties. It's called his car's not working. He's got a beater car. Hey, I got an idea. You work at a dealership. Get a freaking car that works. Holy Toledo. What did he say? His beater car broke down?
He said, no, my beater car broke down.
My beater
Sorry.
car broke down. Sorry. What a coinky dinky that the guy happens to work at a car dealership selling cars for a living. I got an idea. Get a real car. Wow.
18 minutes past the hour. When we last left to go to our break, we were talking about the National League Central. Right now, Jeff, your thoughts about it. This is a good race we got. 14
I'm a little
race.
disappointed that the freaking Pittsburgh Pirates haven't gone away yet.
The Pittsburgh Pirates were probably saying, you know what?
Screw Jeff Escow. We're going to piss him off. We're going to play good.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're going to play good. It has been 35 years since the Pittsburgh Pirates' last World Series, and, of course, the turnaround they've had since Clint Hurdle came and managed the team. If you look at them right now, they very well could still overtake Milwaukee in that National League Central, and the Brewers could, and the Pirates could be very tough, but that could be anybody's division with those four teams. Don't rule out the Cincinnati Reds, Kenny C's Reds, because they're still in contention too.
Yes, they are, man. They're 6 games out. Chicago Cubs are 14 games out, so they're done. We all know that about the Cubbies, right?
Cubs are finished.
Yeah.
They're done. You know, they're back to another rebuilding year, and the misery continues for Cub fans. Sorry, Frank.
That's what you get for being a Cubs fan.
In the National League West right now, Jeff, it's a 2-team race. You got the L.A. Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. That's like the second best rivalry in Major League Baseball. That one could go all the way down the wire between those two teams.
Hey, it's nice to see that the Padres aren't in last place, though.
Yeah, they moved to third place, ahead of the
Arizona,
Diamondbacks by percentage points.
And Colorado. So, you know, it's nice to see that they're not in last place. I like that. You know, that's something, because they usually end up in last place. You know? But this Central Division here, Pittsburgh's only a game freaking out of the Central, right?
Yeah.
And what really makes me upset, or really pisses me off, is that the Rat Bastards are leading in the National League wild card. If I'm not mistaken. They're a half, yeah. Atlanta's a half a game up on Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh and Atlanta have the wild cards. And San Francisco's a half a game back with St. Louis. So the wild card's coming down to 4 teams. Atlanta, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, or St. Louis. How crazy is that? How crazy is that, Sean?
That's nuts.
I'm looking at it right now. Okay? Atlanta is up a half a game over Pittsburgh in the wild card. San Francisco is a half a game. San Francisco and St. Louis are a half a game behind Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh, San Francisco, and St. Louis are really all chasing Atlanta, but Pittsburgh already has a wild card slot. So, you know, the National League wild card is not even close to set in stone. And Seattle and the Yankees are 2 games back in the wild card on the East in the American League. I'm sorry, not in the East, but in the American League. So it's kind of different.
Well, the way I look at it, though, too, is that the Yankees, it's going to be a debate if they can stay in this thing. I think their health is going to be a problem for them. Their pitching is a problem. I don't know if they're going to have a chance very much to stay in this thing. Right now, the more I think about it, I think that the Blue Jays and the Angels very well could end up sealing the wild cards. Hard to say what could happen, you know, as the calendar flips from July to August. And, of course, the Yankees do not have very good pitching. Look at what happened last night. They just about blew the game against the Rangers, but they ended up winning 12-11. So we'll see, Jeff, if they can stay in it. Seattle, they've kind of been impressive this year. You know, the addition of Robinson Cano, they've been able to kind of stay in this thing too. But that second wild card spot is kind of up for grabs. But like Encyclopedia Man said, do not sleep on the Toronto Blue Jays. They have kind of gotten out of their hole, or they've kind of gotten out of their shell and that they've started to finally play better baseball.
They're starting to.
Yeah, and they're up 1-0 against my team right now. See, what's the point? We're going to probably end up losing to that one. Jeez.
You'll probably end up losing that one too, won't you?
Yeah, and of course the Rangers, playing against the Yankees tonight. We'll see how that one looks. But and I see the Blue Jays lead 2-0 in their game. But if you look at the standings, though, in the National League East, right now the Nationals, a team that, of course, had a very, very good record. They went 99-63 back in 2012, only to lose in 5 games to the St. Louis Cardinals. They're really playing good ball. Right now, Jeff, that looks like pretty much a 4-team race. You can count Philadelphia out because the Phillies are pretty much out of it.
Yeah, I don't see the Phillies doing anything. Not one single thing at all. You know, I don't see them doing much and nothing, really.
The Nationals, though, that's a young ball club.
They're leading the freaking division, man. They're leading their freaking division. It's pretty crazy, ain't it?
And with Matt Williams, first-year manager, that's pretty impressive.
Who did I pick for manager of the year in the National League at the beginning of the season?
Well, let me take a look here and find that for you.
Let me take a look here and find that for you. While you're doing that, I'm going to make fun of you. They're 58. They're 58-47, a game up over Atlanta right now. I think I picked Atlanta to win. They're a game up on Atlanta.
You picked the Atlanta National League East Division.
Yeah, I thought I picked Atlanta to win it. That's what I thought. Who'd I pick to win the Central?
You picked in the National League Central at the beginning of the year. Looking at it right now. You picked, let's see, Atlanta. Jeff picked. You picked the Reds.
Jesus criminy. I blew that one bad. I'm doing pretty bad. Who'd I pick in the West? San Francisco or the Dodgers?
Jeff, you picked, I'm looking at it right now. You picked, I believe it was San Francisco.
As you say, I'm looking at it right now, I believe. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty much stinking up the joint.
Jeff, actually, no, you picked the Dodgers.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you picked the Dodgers at the beginning of the year when we gave our picks.
I'm pretty much stinking up the joint.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad this year. I'm doing pretty bad this year. I better do better in our pick'em. Hey, we're getting ready to start our NFL Pick'em League this year, where we pick each game of the week, winners of every game of the week. If you want to play in our NFL Pro Pick'em League, send your emails to swrshow@gmail.com. That's swrshow@gmail.com. In the subject, just put in Pro Football Pick'em and your name and email, and I will send you the invitation when I start the league. If you want to play in our Pro Football Pick'em League, send your emails to swrshow@gmail.com. In the subject title, just put in Pro Football Pick'em. In the body, put your name and your email address, and I will send you the invite when I start the league. I want to get a lot of people in this league, so hurry up and get ready for it because it's coming pretty soon. So send me those emails and get ready because we're gonna have a blast, right? We have a lot of fun with that league every year, don't we?
Yes, we do. Every Saturday night, I look forward to that, and of course, I know you're trying to get that all figured out too. Jeff, for National League Manager of the Year, you actually, before the beginning of the year, you had Matt Williams coming out winning the NL Manager of the Year before the season even began.
If he wins the National League East, he's going to get Manager of the Year in the National League. You know that.
So, yeah, then you'll be right on that prediction.
Oh, hey, that's not bad then. I'd rather be right with that than that. Hey, do you know something? In the American League West, okay? In the American League West, the A's have an A on their hat, okay? The Angels have an A on their hat. The Seattle Mariners have an S on their hat. The Houston Astros have an H on their hat, and the Texas Rangers have a T on their hat.
Yep, I've noticed that.
What does that spell?
I don't know.
I don't know, or I don't want to say. Which one is it? What does AASHT spell? Or pronounce? Does it pronounce something like, shit?
I would say yes.
How about that? Oh, shit. How funny is that? Right? You got the A and the S and the H and the T. Oh, shit. You like that? That's pretty good, huh? That's what rolls around in my head. Those are just some of the things that roll around in my head. That's pretty funny, isn't it?
Pretty funny indeed.
See, nobody else would think of stupid things like that. But me. That's just way things roll around in my head. Hey, we got our final update to get to. Let's get to this update. This update is brought to you by Keurig.com. You're looking for a coffee machine? You need coffee, you need tea? Head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everybody. Welcome to the second and last update. 30 minutes past the hour. In the NFL, the big headlines coming. Stephen A. Smith, who made the comments about Ray Rice's suspension, got suspended a week for comments by ESPN. Comes as a shock. Other news to report on the NFL. This upcoming Sunday, as you well know, is the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. And, of course, it'll be the New York Football Giants taking on the Buffalo Bills. And, of course, there's a good class selected to the 2014 Hall of Fame up in Canton, Ohio. In Major League Baseball, of course, here's the big news coming, of course, for the National League games. Right now for games tonight, it'll be the Rockies at the Cubs, Braves at the Dodgers, Cardinals at the Padres. Finals from today, the Mets over the Phillies by a score of 11-2. The Diamondbacks over the Reds by a score of 5-4. Another score down in Miami, Florida, the Nationals over the Marlins, 4-3. And the Giants prevail against the Pirates, 7-5. In the American League, Wednesday night baseball on ESPN, the Baltimore Orioles have struck for 2 runs on a 2-run shot by Adam Jones. They lead 2-0. The Mariners and the Indians playing in Cleveland. It's the bottom of the second inning. Bottom of the first inning in Boston. The Blue Jays lead the Red Sox 2-0. Games from that went final today. The Brewers over the Rays 5-0, and the Astros over the Athletics 8-1. 3 other games to report. White Sox at the Tigers, Yankees at the Rangers, and the Twins taking on the Royals. Tomorrow in Major League Baseball, expect a lot of moves to possibly happen. The trade deadline is scheduled for tomorrow. The Red Sox appear to be the team that has made a lot of big news. Today, they made a move. They traded Felix DeBrant to the Chicago Cubs for a player to be named. Also, other big news. John Lackey is maybe possibly going to be moved to another team and traded to the Miami Marlins. John Lester, the big name out there, because he's supposed to be a free agent after this year. There are 6 teams out there that are interested in John Lester. There's the Dodgers, the Pirates, Athletics, and 3 other teams that are interested in him. So we'll see what happens. The last update was brought to you by KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. We'll go to commercial, and when we come back, we'll have some more sports talk on Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
My mother made the best toffee in the world. It's delicious. So now we've turned her toffee into a business. My goal was to take an idea and make it happen. I'm Janet Long, and I formed my toffee company through LegalZoom. I never really thought I would make money doing what I love.
We created LegalZoom to help people start their business and launch their dreams. Go to LegalZoom.com today and make your business dream a reality. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann here with you guys like we do each and every Monday through Friday. All right, Sean, throw me out a next topic there, brother.
Next story that we get to, Jeff, we move to the NFL. The Cleveland Browns receiver Josh Gordon's claim that secondhand smoke led to his failed marijuana test this offseason might not help him. Quote, a cornerstone of both of our drugs testing programs has always been that you are responsible for what is in your body. Greg Alieo, NFL Senior Vice President of Communications, said via
I don't care
email.
what he says. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. He's secondhand smoke. That's a bunch of malarkey. We'd have to be in a freaking a car or a bedroom somewhere for hours and hours and hours with no windows rolled down, everything rolled up. For hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours breathing that in. And we have to be tested right after that happened. So that's a bunch of malarkey. Bunch of malarkey. Secondhand smoke. Get the hell out of here. Trust me, I know.
Sources told ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter that Gordon will attribute his one positive sample to secondhand smoke, and that he also will argue a disparity in the two samples provided.
Well, it's not his first time being busted for smoking marijuana or for marijuana. It's like his 7th time. Okay? So that's, first of all, don't give me that secondhand smoke crap. I don't want to hear it. It's like your 7th time before it actually came out and you're being suspended for it. Because that's what happens in the NFL. You don't get suspended your first time or your second time or your third time or your 4th time. Okay, this happens a lot. So don't give me secondhand smoke bull crap. That's just donkey and that's just an out-and-out lie. You smoke pot. You enjoy to smoke pot. There's nothing wrong with it. But don't lie.
Question that they have there for a Sports Nation poll is, will Josh Gordon play it down for the Browns this season?
I don't know. I don't know.
Indianapolis Colts defensive end Robert Mathis was suspended 4 games for using what he said was a fertility drug banned by the NFL because it increases testosterone level.
Yeah, because he's trying to get his wife pregnant. And guess what? His wife's pregnant now. God, man. These guys, hey, Gordon is getting suspended for a year for smoking marijuana, but Rice got suspended for 2 games for smacking a woman?
Yeah.
The hell's the matter with you, NFL?
Facing a 1-year suspension for violating the NFL substance abuse policy.
He's being suspended for smoking marijuana for a year, and this guy smacked a woman and he gets 2 games suspension. That is ridiculous.
I'd say that Roger Goodell, with how he's trying to do it, is handling all the suspensions differently. Ray Rice gets 2 games. Gordon gets a year for a suspension.
Ridiculous. And I don't want to hear the excuse, oh, Ray Rice is a first-time offender. He shouldn't be any kind of offender with that.
Right on.
I don't want to hear it. It's just ridiculous. And Goodell, you are wrong, and everybody in the world knows it but you. So what does that make you?
It would make him a maybe the president of Moron Island.
I mean, he was doing a good job for a while, wasn't he? He was off the island. He was doing a good job. Well, guess what? He's going to have to be put back on that thing, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Unstinking believable. I just don't get it. And I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited for a long time to comment on this. But you're wrong, Roger Goodell. You are just wrong. And you want to know something? With all the stuff that you do in October with the pink stuff and the breast awareness and the cancer stuff, that's all related to women. Well, guess what? I hope women boycott that all month long because you are a moron, Mr. Roger Goodell. You dropped the ball. 100%. You had a chance to make a statement, and you dropped the ball. You let his wife convince you otherwise. And not only that, Roger Goodell, you screwed it up entirely because you made his now wife testify in front of him with the accuser there. What? What? I just don't get it. You know what? I still don't like the fact that Roger Goodell is judge, jury, and executioner. I do not like that fact. I hate that fact that he is judge, jury, and executioner. What he should have done was suspended him for a year and let the chips fall where they may. Because now, Roger Goodell, you got a major PR problem. A major PR problem.
If you brought him on the show, Jeff, I'm sure you would have a bone to pick with him on a lot of these issues.
I would have to ask him straight out. Why'd you only give him a 2-game suspension? When it was obvious that he deserved more.
He probably would end up saying, because I think that's a fair deal. I think 2 games is enough. He learned his lesson. He won't do it again, and that's why I'll give him 2 games.
Okay, now, Roger Goodell, if that was your daughter that he did that to you, do you think 2 games is fair? And if you say no, you're a hypocrite.
He probably would end up saying no.
Well, then you're a hypocrite. It's that simple.
And you're giving Gordon of the Cleveland Browns a year suspension because he violated the NFL drug policy,
for marijuana.
Yep.
Which happens to be legal in a couple of states right now, but not in the NFL. I understand that. But personally, what Ray Rice did compared to what Gordon did, Ray Rice's problem is worse than Gordon's. Ray Rice's battery, or whatever you want to call it, alleged battery, or whatever you want to call it, is worse than what Gordon did.
The Encyclopedia Man just said, what would your ban be?
For who? For Ray Rice? I banned him for a year. Automatically banned for a year from the NFL. Done. And then, of course, the Players Association would go crazy. Boom, boom, boom. Then you'd have to go through all the appeals and all the legal mumbo-jumbo.
He would appeal the suspension.
Yes,
come up
that's
there and
okay.
say,
Then you knock it down to, we knock it down to 8 games. Then they appeal, and we'll give you 6-game suspension. You've got 6 games. Done. You start with a year and you work down. Because if you start with 2, guess what? You can't go up. Jackass. And you know what that is? You know what that is, Sean?
What is it?
That's Car Salesman 101. Start always high. Because leave your room to come down. You start too low, guess what, bitch? You can't go up, can ya? That's Car Salesman 101. In fact, next time we have Ron Gallo on the show, remind me, Sean, next time we have Ron Gallo on the show, he's a car salesman. I'm going to ask him, hey, let me ask you a question, Ron. Do you ever start selling your car off at the lowest possible price so you don't make any commission? Or do you start at the highest possible price and work down so you can, your commission gets a little less? That's all I want to know. Because if that's the case, Roger Goodell, you should know that. You always start high so you could go low. Hey, or get low, I should say, or end up low.
Yeah, get low and then end up going high.
Or start high, start with the year suspension, so he ends up with an 8 or 6 game suspension. You start with a 2-game suspension, you can't give him 6 games later on. What the hell's the matter with you? Unbelievable. Last commercial break of the show. You're listening to Jeff Escal Show Man on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escott, Sean Mann. Final segment of this 2-hour sports journey that we've been taking you on all day long. Okay, so really quick, Sean and I were talking about it on hold. Sports World Radio is doing something kind of different. We are now, and Josh is the first one to get his up there, which I'm kind of cool about. Who's the producer of Sports World Radio. Over at SportsWorldRadio.com, we revamped the website. We changed the design a little bit. I like it a lot better. I think it looks a lot better the way it looks now. We have a SportsWorldRadio.com. As soon as you go over there, show's right there. Boom, you don't have to do nothing. But we have a new segment or a new topic over there. It's called Sports World Radio's Video Sports Rants. Okay? And our producer, Josh, has made the first video sport rant. So head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com, or if you're over there listening to the show right now, wait till the show's over, and click on the tab at the top of the page. It says Video Sports Rants. SWR's Video Sports Rants. And check there regularly, because myself, our producer, Josh, our co-host, Sean, will be doing video sports rants on topics that piss them off. I have on my whiteboard a list of topics that I'm ready to go off on. They'll be coming soon. Josh has the first one up there. Go check it out, sportsworldradio.com. Click on the tab that says SWR's Video Sports Rants. Josh is the first one. Check it out. There's going to be more to come. We're going to be putting them on Facebook when they're done, all over the place. We have our YouTube channel over there. I believe it's SWR Show is our YouTube channel. Check that out as well. That's where all the videos will be at anyway, and then on our site as well. Lots of things to come. We revamped the site. A lot of new things. Have you seen the site lately, Sean?
I haven't seen the site, but I will get over there.
We revamped, me and my techie guy took a couple of hours, and we revamped the site, changed the layout a little bit. It basically looks the same, but it's different. Colors are different, and it's a different layout, and changed it up a little bit. I like it a lot better. Josh has seen it. He likes it, too, this way. So enjoy that, sportsworldradio.com, and our video sports rants. We'll probably do 1 or 2 a week. Check it out. You got 3 of us doing them right now. I'm going to get the rest of the guys to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, Sean, what do you got? We're getting to the end of the show. Give us another topic, buddy.
Another story that we get to, we kind of go back a little bit more to Ray Rice, just a little bit. How about John Harbaugh? He came out today and he supports Ray Rice. In a press conference on the eve of Ray Rice addressing the media, Baltimore Ravens coach John Harbaugh continued to support his starting running back.
Well, what else is he going to do? Say he's got to support him. He's got no choice.
The team has to do that, especially. They have to realize we got to reunite between this guy. You know, he was, quote, disappointed in the domestic violence incident, but was, quote, proud in what he's done since.
Can the team suspend him as well? Can the team give him a suspension as well? So
uncertain. I don't know about that.
So like, say Baltimore wanted to suspend him for 2 games, so it would be actually 4 games, but 2 of them from the NFL, 2 of them from Baltimore? Is that allowed?
I think it's possible. I'm not sure.
Because that would be interesting. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Baltimore would say, I don't think Roger Goodell gave him enough. I think he deserves this, so we're actually going to suspend him for another 2 or 3 games. How about that? Why can't they do that?
That's pretty.
That would be. You know what?
Report.
That would be a way to appease the women fans of the NFL. Wouldn't you think so? Roger Goodell screwed up. So, as the Baltimore owner, I feel it's my responsibility. We're going to suspend him another 3 games without pay. And we're going to donate his pay to battered women's shelters across in all of Baltimore. Wouldn't that be the smart thing to do? Why do I have to think of everything?
I don't know.
Is that a smart thing? Can the Baltimore Ravens do that? Josh, can you find out for me, please, if the Baltimore Ravens are allowed to do that, or any team? I believe a team is allowed to spend their players for any reason they want, correct?
Correct.
So why can't the Baltimore Ravens do this then? How about
sure.
How about, if it's allowed, how about saving face, Baltimore Ravens owner and GM? Save face with the NFL because Roger Goodell didn't, so you're going to have to. Suspend him for another 2 to 4 games without pay and donate his pay to battered women's shelters in Baltimore. Woohoo! Smart idea, right?
Smart idea, no question about it.
That's why
the Encyclopedia Man could look that up for you.
That's why I'm the host of Sports World Radio. I happen to think that's a great idea.
NFL suspends him 2 games. The team comes up and says, we'll suspend you 2 more games.
And we're donating your pay for those 2 games to battered women's shelters across Baltimore area. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Sure would.
I would like that. I would like to see that. I bet you that would save face with a lot of Baltimore female fans. A lot of Baltimore Raven female fans. Unless it's a crime or a domestic abuse, the organization has the right to suspend the client on any grounds they seem necessary. So according to this, it's a domestic abuse, so they cannot suspend him. Actually, if you really want to know the truth, the files have been, the charges have actually been suspended. It really have no charges have been charged, so they really can do something. They should. They should suspend him for anywhere from 2 to 4 games and take his money and donate it to battered women's shelters. And if this is going to get me in trouble for saying it, so be it. It's my opinion. It's what I think. And if you don't like it, turn the freaking channel. Nobody's going to fire me or put me on suspension like they did Stephen A. Smith for speaking his opinion too. Again, Stephen A. Smith, I implore you. You have a week off from ESPN. You got nothing to do? Come on my show every day, buddy. You say whatever you want, pal. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. And I don't care. Say whatever you want. Ain't going to be nothing to me. How crazy is that, Sean?
It is crazy.
The guy gets suspended for a week, and all he did was give his opinion, and freaking Ray Rice gets 2 games. It just disgusts me, and it just disgusts me.
Well, Jeff, is it because are you going to say now that ESPN is a rat bastard candidate?
Yes.
That's what I've been saying for the whole 2 hours.
Big time. It disgusts me. I don't get it. And the Baltimore Ravens, you should save face in the NFL and spend Ray Rice anywhere from 2 to 4 games and donate his money to battered women's shelters in New York, in Baltimore area. That's what you should be doing. And on that note, we're getting the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the 2-hour sports journey that Sean and I took you on today. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. For Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escal. This has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches.
Goodbye.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next.